Or carefully install the cam and oil the lobes through the lifter bores, and the journals will get oil when you prime the engine. The double roller timing chain is made for the stock small block Chevy. Next up are the lifters. Now I like washing them in a clean parts washer to get rid of any garbage so they're clean when they go in the lifter bores. Now after blowing them off with air, we can soak them in oil and use this time to finish up the bottom end. And for that, good old small block Chevy stuff from Moroso, including a pickup and high volume oil pump. And after this gasket with compression stops from our Felpro kit, a 6-quart street strip oil pan. Finally, this oil filter adapter we got from Mr. Gasket. Now once I get this thing on, we're going to rotate the motor back upright and get started on the top end. So make sure you guys don't go anywhere.
And install a custom cam with LS lobes and small block friendly add-ons. Now, in case you're wondering why build a motor like this, we'll consider that the small block bottom end will handle a lot more power than most engine builders give it. And the LS top end is famous for its breathing characteristics. So the power potential is really there. And this will be an engine that will drop on the stock motor mounts of a lot of classic home muscle cars. Hey, what a conversation piece at the car show. Too bad they can't see how these comp LS roller lifters install directly into the block instead of the heads like in an OE LS. They also won't see the special valley cover we bolt to the block, which is actually a spacer that straddles the top of the block and anchors the top of the heads. It also has a mounting location for the small block distributor. We loaded up our Warhawk heads with a set of Manley stainless steel valves measuring up at 2080 intake, 160 exhaust, and held in place with some comp dual springs. By the way, you can get these heads with either 64 or 72 cc combustion chambers. We went with 64s to maintain that 10-to-1 compression ratio. These heads have the same LS 15-degree centerline and rocker arm attachment angles, 255 intake runners, and 87 cc exhaust ports.
The pushrod length is 8/200 inches, and we knew that at the beginning. That's because all these parts are designed to work together, just like a top-end engine package. A little assembly lube on the pushrods and the valve stems prevents premature wear. Now these heads are also designed to use stock LS-style rocker arms, and that's the route we're taking. Plus, we're even going to use the stock valve covers to button it up. Now when it comes to the intake manifold, you've got a few options, and we opted for Victor Jr. single plane intake. It's got a basic RPM range of 3,500 to 7,000, and it accepts a standard 4-barrel square-bore carburetor.
To keep the water flowing through our hybrid LS, we'll use this Summit electric water pump, and follow that with this ATI super damper.
If you've been following this build, you probably noticed that there's no outlet on the intake manifold or the front of the block. So how are we going to circulate water through this thing? Well, it's pretty simple. The freeze plug has been removed on the front of the cylinder head, and this adapter plate has been installed. It's tapped for a 3/4 pipe fitting, which will run to AN fittings. Now the AN line will go from that up to this Moroso remote thermostat housing, which accepts a standard small block water net.
To fire off this hybrid LS, we're installing an MSD Pro billet